Alright, so if you want to get stronger without any equipment, the number one method is by working, well, I guess none of the methods are actually ranked, but one of the methods is by leverages, right? Using your leverages. So, for example, you can do a push-up like this, and it gets too easy. Now you can start doing archer push-ups, where you do sideways push-ups. So it's not a one-arm push-up yet, but you're working towards it. Alright? You can do that. That gets too easy. Now you're doing one-arm push-ups. That gets too easy. Now you're doing elevated one-arm push-ups, where you raise your feet and you're still doing the one-arm push-ups. That gets too easy. I don't know, but you get the point, right? So it's the same when it comes to pull-ups. I'll show you if you come over here. When it comes to pull-ups, it's the same thing. You're doing regular pull-ups. They get too easy. Now you have a choice. You can work close grip. You can work wide grip to get good at different ranges of the movement. You can start doing archer pull-ups. And then eventually one-hand pull-ups, working you up to one-arm pull-ups. Same with squats. You're doing squats. Let's say you're really weak. Most people are quite strong in the squat. You're doing squats, you can start doing side lunges, or archer squats, I guess. You can start doing assisted pistol squats, one-legged lunges, until you're doing lunges or pistol squats. You get my drift. The second method to get stronger, right, without any weights, is by going to failure. Now, normally when I say go to failure, I mean form failure, right? To where you can't do any more reps with good form. But this time I mean complete muscle failure. So I'll show you guys. For example, dips. I can do a lot of dips. Damn, I'm gonna have to go to failure, man. I hate that. So just like that, at the beginning, I was flying up, and towards the end, it felt like I weighed a ton, right? The reason for that, man, I'm out of breath. The reason for that is because as you fatigue the smaller motor units, or the smaller muscle fibers, so the type 1 muscle fibers, even the type 2A muscle fibers, your body has no choice but to recruit your biggest and strongest motor units and muscle fibers as a result. All right, so you might think, oh man, in order to recruit my type 2 muscles, I need to do something heavy. This becomes that weight because you fatigued every other thing. So as I said, you might start off, this is easy as heck. Go to complete failure. I did it for you guys as a demonstration. I personally hate it. That's my least favorite way of training, but it's definitely effective. That's how you can do high rep calisthenics and build an amazing physique as well, and build those muscles, because you're going to complete failure, where your body has no choice but to recruit your biggest motor units. The third and final way to get stronger without weights, right? Just using your body weight. Now this it's not going in any hierarchy. This is just another method. This is a method I used for ages. And this is training fast and explosive. All right, so a normal push-up might be easy. So do an explosive one. Right? And when I say explosive, I don't mean clap push-ups, where you're, let me see if my wrist can hold. Yeah, where you're doing like this. Don't do that. You're not doing anything. I mean push up to where you can clap your hands when your arms are straight. But really, you just need to push up with maximum intensity. And what I mean is, if I told you to do as many squats as you could do, you might go up to 50. If I told you to do as many maximum vertical jumps, you might only get 6 or 7. When you're pushing as much as you can, you're forcing your body with that intensity to recruit your biggest motor units yet again. And those are your strongest ones. So the same thing with pull-ups. You can do way more pull-ups than you can explosive chest to bar pull-ups. So do explosive reps as well. That's another way that you can train for strength. Although you're technically training for power, but an aspect of power is strength, although it's under a time constraint when you're doing it explosively. But that's your third method. This method has helped me so much. It was even a point when I was younger, and there was this guy who was 2 years older than me. I was 15 going on to 16, and me and him were bench pressing, right? Well, I wasn't benching, I was doing explosive push-ups, and one day he wanted to go for maxes. He was 2 years older than me, weighed around 10 kilos more than me. I must have weighed in at 70 kilos at that time. I benched 100 kilos without bench press training. simply because I was doing explosive push-ups all the time. And he was doing a bench press routine. And I think he maxed out like 92.5, just to let you know. So those are my 3 methods.